Computer. Before we begin, um, great news. We have the webinar running 6 days a week now.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super exciting. So actually, while we're doing this, Nelly will be moderating the chat on the webinar right now. So every webinar that we have, we're going to have one of the leaders moderating the chat. Okay. So if you have any, need some of these over here. If you guys have any guests, that there's somebody on there to answer their questions when they chime in. Remember the webinars are designed to look and feel live, and the live aspect is in the chat. So make sure that you're on the chat with your prospect, and then you let your uplines know who's your guest, so that we can communicate with them. Okay, so there's always going to be one of us on the webinar 6 days a week that's going to be monitoring those chats and being able to talk with your guest, okay, and answer their questions, and so that they know that there's someone in the room that sees them and is engaging with them. Okay, so super excited to be able to have that, because now literally you can have somebody hop on a webinar any single day. Like I just had a guy today that was supposed to hop on yesterday, and oh hey, what's up, Maggie? Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. So yeah,
super busy.
Yeah.
My picture.
I hear you. So yeah, I had a guy yesterday who wanted to attend the webinar.
Yeah,
but to make it.
You hear me? Okay.
Yes. Oh, let me just mute everybody real quick. Okay. So he was not able to make it, and but he's like super pumped to get started, but still doesn't know, like he's interested in the business, but really doesn't know, like I feel like he knows too little for me to really to close him, but he wants to get started like right away. So but he wants to get on the next webinar. So he wasn't able to attend Mondays, and he thought the next one was on Wednesday because it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I said, no, forget that one. I was like, hop on tonight. And I sent him the link for tonight's webinar, so just to speed up things, so we have something 6 days a week that you could send somebody to. So make sure you utilize that. Remember, they're in two separate links. So make sure you're using the right link and you're sending the right link to your prospect. And actually, I don't know who I was speaking with that I have to separate. I'm going to separate those links for you so that you could just copy and paste it in the chat yourself, so you don't have to break it up, because I sent them both in just one full section. Alrighty, so let's get into our compensation plan training. I actually have a PowerPoint for this one as well. Because obviously the comp plan is very, you really need an image to back it up. And make sure you guys have your chats open, because we're going to have a couple of quizzes on here. I want to make sure that you guys get this really well, how the comp plan works. Okay, so we're going to go really in depth about how the point system goes. I'll open up this slide share. Okay, we'll play from the start. If some of you guys recommend these slides, remember these slides, because these are my old slides when I was doing presentations in the office, right, from the old compensation plan. Okay, so 8-point comp plan. Or actually, before we get started, let me open up my chat so I can actually see you guys. Give me one sec. Okay. I want to make sure that everybody is aware of this. For the commissions in the compensation plan, you know, we have two types of financing. We got bank financing, and then we have in-house financing, which is done through Enagic. Okay. When you do the bank financing, we get full commission up front because that's like a paid in full transaction because the customer owes the bank and Enagic gets all of their money. Okay. With the in-house financing, we get a portion of the commission. So if they finance through Enagic, we get a portion of the commission up front, roughly about 20%, and the remainder at the end of the in-house financing. So once they finish off their payments, whether they do the 3-month, the 6-month, the 10-month, the 12-month, the 16-month, or the 24-month, you get the full commission at the end of when the customer finishes paying their payment plan. Okay, because that's when Enagic gets their money so that they can pay us our full commission. Okay, so we get a small percentage up front. Okay, so I just want to make sure everybody is aware of how that works. So we like to promote it as the in-house financing is the better route and more flexible route for our customers because one, it's more flexible for the customer because they can make very small payments or they can make larger payments and pay it off early and they get no interest, and it also builds their credit because they're being reported by the banks as paying off their credit line. Okay, the Enagic financing, look at it more as a backup. Okay, because one, it doesn't build your credit because there's no credit check. Nothing is ever reported, so it's a benefit and it's also a con because you're not building your credit, but it's a benefit because for some people they don't want their credit check or their credit ran. Okay, so that financing is perfect for them. Okay, if they can, another con is that the monthly payments are higher. Okay, so if they can get approved from the bank, you want them to go through the bank. Let them know it's more flexible for you. You get no interest, so no additional charges on top of the cost of your machine and sales tax. Whereas if you go through Enagic, you have the installment charge when you finance through Enagic. Okay, so that is the best route to go. Shoot for the bank financing anytime that you can, and then the Enagic financing is a backup. Okay, because remember you don't get the full amount until at the end of the payment plan through Enagic. That's when you get the full commission. Alrighty. Okay, so now let's get into the compensation plan, the 8-point compensation system.
Jace,
okay. Yes.
Just one thing, I just wanted to let everyone know that they can use multiple credit cards as well. So they can use their own credit cards to pay off the machine.
Yeah, if they have their own credit card with the credit line, let them use that. So if they have their own relationship with the bank, or if they already have a zero interest card already or a points card that they like, that's the first place that you want them to go. Okay, so Asimo, if you have your own zero interest card or you have a points card that you want to use, that would be the best route to go. Otherwise, you could use one of the bank cards that we can offer. We use City Simplicity, but there's so many other different banks out there as well. Some distributors literally just go on creditcards.com and lets the customer pick their card on creditcards.com. Okay, so you could actually use that as well. Alrighty, yeah, good point. Now, let them use their own card first. That's definitely option number one. Okay, because we don't want to go through the application process through the bank, which could take a couple of days up to a week, before them to get the card in the mail and actually close the deal. So get them to use their card if they're able to do it. Alrighty. So okay. So now let's get into the compensation plan. Okay. So I think this part, for the most part, most people know that we pay out 8 points, and imagine that as 8 slices of the pie, right? And then the ranks go from 1A to 6A. So 1 agent is a 1A, which means you get paid 1 point for the first sale that you make. A 2 agent earns 2 points, 3 agent 3 points, 6 agent 6 points. Okay. Now, as we're going along, actually chime in the chat if you have any questions as we're going along, or you could also unmute yourself and ask. Okay. So I want to make sure that you guys are able to follow. Okay. So here's just another illustration. Remember, 1A is 1 slice. That's why it's 285. A 2 agent are 2 slices of 285. That's why it's 570. 3 agent is 3 slices. 4 agent is 4 slices. 5 agent is 5, and 6A is 1710. Okay, so remember, there's always 2 more slices left over when you're building this traditionally. It only goes up to 6A. There's no 7A, and there is no 8A. Okay, now the one agent, your first 2 direct sales are always 1A sales, and those 2 direct sales open up your first 2 1A lanes. Okay. Now, some people get confused over here because they think that we only get paid down this this 1 lane in itself, but remember, each person, each of these people, every person on every level, the 8 points within 8 levels, is their own business center, and they can branch off to however many direct sales they make and indirect sales that they make. So every single person is a business center, and it doesn't grow as just like one straight line. Okay, so like this person will make 2 sales. Maybe this one won't make a sale, this one will make a sale, but this one will make a sale, who will make another sale, you know? So every single sale on these lines, when you're seeing the competition, can produce multiple more sales themselves. Alrighty, so I hope you guys get that, because I've gotten that in the past. Okay, so each one could branch out to an unlimited amount of sales. Okay, so that's your 1A. To get to the 2A is your 3rd direct sale. Okay, you have to have 3 direct sales to move along. You can have multiple sales. You can have like 6 or 7 sales, but if you haven't made that 3rd direct, you're not a 2 agent. Okay, you have to make 3 direct sales to move out of the 1A line. Okay, now here's a quiz for you guys. Put this in the chat. Take a look at this chart over here. Who here, A, B, or C, is a 2A out of this? Put it in your chat. A, B, or C. Put your answer on here. Who do you think is a 2A? Is it A? Is it B? Or is it C? Okay, we got a couple of answers coming in. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 7, 8. I'll let a couple more come in. Okay, cool. Looks like almost all of you say C. I got a few B's. Yeah, B is a tricky one. Yeah, I was a little sneaky there. Yeah. Okay, well, the C's are correct. Okay, the C's are correct. C is the 2A on here. Okay, let me explain why. A has 4 sales, but it's still a 1A. Why? Because it only made those 2 direct sales right there. Okay, so his first sale made 2 sales, and his other sales, his 4th sale, but it's still on the 1A lane. B has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 14 sales over here, but it's still a 1A. B is a 1A with 14 sales. Why? B has not opened up its 2A lane yet. These 2 sales over here is not the 2A lane, because these are the sales of this guy, his customer, his second customer, okay? So this guy over here has 2 legs right here, this 285 and this 285. So B is also a 1 agent. Now C is a real 2A, okay? Because he's got 4 sales. His first leg produced 2 sales. His second leg got 1 sale. His third leg opened up his 2A lane. Okay, so it's not until you actually open up that lane that you become that rank. Okay, so opening up that 2A lane makes you a 2 agent. Okay, now you get 570 on that direct and 570 on those indirect sales as well. Okay, that's within the 8 points, within 8 levels. Okay, okay, here's the next question for you guys. So it's 3 sales to 2A. So not until 11 team sales are you able to open up the 3A lane, right? So every sale after 3 opens up a brand new 2A lane, okay, until you hit 11. Okay, so from 3 to 11, until you hit 3A, what is the maximum amount of 2A lanes that you can have before you hit 3A? What is the maximum amount of 2A lanes that you can open up until you hit that 3A lane? Pop it in the chat. How many 2A lanes can you open up before you open up the 3A? Let's see. I got a 1, I got an 8 or a 9 before 3A. Joey said, as many as you want. Technically, that's right, Joe. I'm going to explain that actually. As many as you want, but there's actually, okay, Miki said 8. Okay, actually, technically, 2 people are right out of the answers. Carrie said at least 8. Okay, the 8s are correct, but also Joey with unlimited is also correct, technically. Okay, so let me just show you how that looks over here. Okay, so your first sale opens up your 1A leg, and if you're doing it traditionally, your third sale will open up your 2A, and then your next direct sale, your fourth, would open up another 2A. Your fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and 10th will open up 2A. So that's 8 2As, because remember, 9 and 10 are 1As, okay? And then 11th is your 3A. Okay, so you can open up 8 2As before you are able to get promoted. Okay, but Joey is actually correct that technically you can have an unlimited amount of 2A lanes, because even if you're qualified for a higher rank, you can still process a sale at a lower rank. Okay, so let's say you have a total of 10 or 11 or even 20 team sales. You're qualified for 3A. You can process your sale as a 3 agent, but it's not mandatory. Like, you could still process a sale as a lower rank. So you could have 20 sales, and let's say you're like, okay, I don't want to process this as a 3A. I still want to put it down as a 1A, okay? Or I still want to put it down as a 2A. You could still do that, okay? So technically, it's an unlimited amount of 2As and even an unlimited amount of 1As, okay? Denise is asking why would you want to do that? Why would you want to process it at a lower rank? It's really up to your discretion, and there's so many different reasons why you might want to do that. Let's say, for example, you have a sale and you're a 6A, and you have a chiropractor that's under you, that's on your 4A leg, right? And now you have a sale of another chiropractor, but you're a 6A, so you could collect 6 points. But you're like, you know what? My chiropractor friend. Oh wait, actually, no, because he's already processed. Let me try to come up with another example. No, if you could come up with an example of why you'd want to process it at a process it at a lower rank?
I think I might have one, Jay.
Oh yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Unless I said in here. Well, basically, like, because I've done it before, and you've helped me to do that. Where even though you're thinking like, wow, like, you would want to make the next rank, but you're not losing anything because you're still, like, for instance, right now, I'm not an official 4A, but I have way more people to become a 4A. Like, it takes 21 people to become a 4A, but I have 28 people right now. But I'm not an official 4A because a lot of those people were my indirect sales. So it takes a direct to officially become the next rank if you're looking to become that next rank. So I just need one direct sale to become an official 4A. But on the flip side, to make a different example, in the past where I could have made it my direct, I said, Jay said, you know what? Let's try to help someone else out on a team that might need it or might benefit from this person. For instance, in Canada, there's some people in Canada. If I sign up somebody in Canada, but the next person that I sign up in Canada might work better with them. Instead of me putting them on a separate leg where no one's helping them out, it's just me. If I put them under a lesser leg, yes, I sacrifice some money, but if I put them underneath somebody that might produce well, not just a health person, but someone who's going to work the business, even though they might be under my 1A leg or my 2A leg, it's going to help them out, and it's also going to bring momentum for them and build it. So it's sometimes you have to sacrifice, making the extra points and going forward to build volume in your team. So I learned that along the way through Jay's help and Nellie's help and Chris's too. Sometimes you do that, but it all works for the good of the team and building your business.
Yeah, actually, I was gonna go there, Joe. Actually, but that's a different scenario because that is that's going under a leg that's already processed at a lower rank, So, but why would you want to process one of your own sales at a lower rank?
Jay, I could give an example for
Chris,
what we're talking about. So, let's say I'm an official 2A. I'm an official 3A, let's say, and my upline is the 6A. And let's say I'm like a chiropractor, because you were saying the chiropractor example earlier, and you being my upline have a chiropractor that you have in the business, and he's going to join, and you see that it would benefit working with me. Instead of putting him under me as a 3A, since you technically made the sale, but you could put it under me as a 2A instead of a 3A. So that way I'm still partnered up with him, but but the point distribution is different.
Yeah, Chris, I agree. Jace, both of them are totally 100% correct. You definitely want to help your team out, especially if you see someone that can work well with someone else or they have mutual friends. But I think what you were asking, my love, is if this would work well for yourself if you have multiple accounts. So for example, if you want your both accounts to qualify for promotions or towards promotions, so you want the points to travel upward. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
So you want to start low.
All of those are good. All of those are actually perfect reasons why you would want to process it at a lower rank. Yeah, exactly. So all three of those reasons. I'll throw another one out there. Let's say for 6A qualification, right? For 6A qualification, you need to have 10 group sales, 10 team sales within the month that you qualify for 6A. So let's say you already have your 101 sales, which could make you a 6A, but you haven't produced the full 10 and you want to hold off making that 6A and actually turning your account into a 6A because you want to make sure you make those 10 qualifying group sales first. Let's say you get another sale, you might just process it as a 5A instead of making it a 6A, just to make sure you get those qualifications before you turn the actual account 6A, okay, to make sure you get your bonus. Okay, so that's another reason. So there's a couple of different reasons why you'd actually want to do that. But it's all a case by case scenario. You know, it's all playing chess with the compensation plan to make sure you maximize the benefit, and also with Joey and Chris's responses on how to collaborate with your team members and your uplines and your downlines, where you can both work on a prospect or give a prospect that could work better with your downlines, but still not lose out on the point distribution, you know? So yeah, so that's why you would actually want to do that, which I'm glad you guys actually brought up because I did not even have a slide for that. But yeah, so that's one benefit that you can do that. Okay, so 11 2As and then 8 2As, and then you can open up that 3A lane. Okay, and remember actually before we move forward, is everybody clear with that, or you guys have any questions about that?
Hey, Jason.
Yes.
Why would you want to have two accounts? And what is that like? So I was thinking about having two Anespas in here, but we didn't know who we could put it under. So that would, if I bought two Anespas for both my showers, I would end up with another account, something like that.
Yes. Well, every machine that you get is a distributorship, and there's benefits from opening multiple accounts. We usually recommend to start doing that once you become more self-sufficient and you're more experienced. I'll explain once we get into the upper ranks. That's where it's going to benefit you. Once we get into the 6A2s and the dash 2s and dash 3s. Okay, so I'll explain. Yeah, I'll explain that once we get to those ranks. But yeah, there's definitely major benefits over there when you do that. Okay, so 2A, 570. And remember, it branches off all different ways. You know, it's not just one line down. The way it looks when we're doing a demonstration, and you see that pie chart, that's really a very basic. That's a very basic. This chart over here, it's a very basic explanation of our comp line. You know, it could branch out like 1,000 different ways in all different directions. It's not just a straight down thing. Okay, so 570 could branch off any which way. Okay, here's another quiz. Get ready in your chats. Okay, the first guy over here has 3 direct sales and 8 total team sales. What is his rank? 3 direct sales and 8 total team sales. Okay, we got a couple answers coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get a couple more. We got some 3As, some 2As. Okay, so we got some 3As and 2As, a little more 2As. The correct is a 2A. Okay, 2As got it. Yeah, so 3 direct sales, 8 has not, you haven't reached the total of 11 to open up 3A lane, and you got your 3 direct sales, so you're definitely going to be a 2A at that rank. Okay. Okay. The second guy has 2 direct sales and 16 team sales total. Norman second guess. I noticed Norman and Tanisa were arguing over which one it was. Okay, next one, 2 direct, 16 total. Where are we at? 2 direct, 16 total. Okay, it's starting to come in. Let's get a couple more. We got a couple 1As coming in. Couple 1As. Come on, guys, chime in the chat. You got 14 of yous in here. Let's get at least half of you guys answering. Okay, all right. We got a bunch of 1As. You're all correct. They're all 1As. Elias, you got a question? Let me unmute you. Or unmute yourself. I'm delayed. You there, Elias? Or you can put it in the chat if you can unmute yourself. I don't know why I can't unmute you. Let me see if I can mute you from here. Or is that raised hand by accident? Okay, I'm going to assume that was by accident. All right, let me close this. Okay. No, I can't hear you, Elias, actually. Maybe ask the question in the chat.
No, we good. We good. Continue.
Okay, cool. Okay, person number 3 has 12 direct sales and 16 total team sales. What rank is person number 3? 12 direct sales and 16 total team sales. Okay, we got some 4s and 3s. Keep chiming in some answers on the chat. I got a question from Joey. Let's see. Trying to unmute. I don't know why my unmuting is not working. Oh, there you go. Joey Jacob. No? No, not a Frito. Not you, Joey. We got another Joey. Joey number 2. No? Okay, can't hear you. Maybe it's by accident. If not, just chime in and put it in the chat. Okay. Yeah, chime in the chat. If you do have the question, because I'm not hearing. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, oop, let me go back. What just happened? Okay, so we got a bunch of 2s and 3s and 4s. The answer is 3 agent. 3 A's got it right. Okay, because you have a total of 16 total sales, of which 12 are direct. 4A requires 21. Okay, so you have 12 direct, so you're definitely over the 11, which promotes you from 2A to 3A, so you're a 3 agent. Alrighty, good one, guys, good one. Okay, 3 agent, you're an 855. Remember, it's not just a linear line. Any of these guys could break away and turn into huge organizations themselves, okay, just like this. All right, now you see over here, kind of gives an example of how it breaks down on the lower levels, where you get 285 on the first and you get 570 on 285 on the 8th level, 570 on the 7th level. Okay, you see how this guy branches out over here, and then you still get 570 because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th generation he gets 570, 8th generation gets 285. Same thing here. It's going down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 going this way, and then 7th these three sales are all 570 because they're on your 7th generation sale. Okay, so that's 7 points deep. Okay, so that's why it's 570, and then 8 points deep is 285. Okay, you see how that works over there. Okay, here is another quiz right here. Let me know how many points do you get if you are a 3A and you have a 1A underneath you, and that 1A has a 3A underneath him, and that 3A makes a sale. Okay, you're a 3A. How many points do you get when this 3A makes a sale? Okay, you're a 3 agent. This 3 agent on your team makes a sale. How many points do you get? All right, chime in the chat. This 3A makes a sale. Okay, answers coming in. All righty. All right, looks like we're getting a lot of 3s because you're a 3A. Okay, yes, you're gonna get 3 points, okay? Because remember, it's they pay out 8 points total. These two guys are consuming 4 of the 8, which means there's 4 left over. But you're a 3A, which means you're gonna get all 3 points as a 3A, and there's 1 point left over going to your upline. Okay. Next one, you're a 3A with a 2A underneath you, who has a 6A underneath them, and that 6A makes a sale. Okay? When that 6A makes a sale, how many points are you getting? This 6A makes a sale. When the 6A on your team makes a sale, how many points do you get as a 3A? Okay, we got one answer coming in. I know this is a tough one, but for the sake of time, I'm gonna let you guys know it's 0. Okay, you're gonna get 0 points on that sale. Chris, you can unmute yourself. You got a question?
By accident, sorry.
Oh, okay, no problem. Okay, so you have a 6A underneath you and you're a 3A. You're gonna get 0 points. Why? Because he's gonna collect 6 points. The 2A above him will collect 2 more with a total of 8 points total, which means there's no more points left up to you. Okay? Okay, how can a 6A be under a 2A and a 3A? Okay, the 6A, let's say, the 6A is on your 3A lane. Okay? And you sold to a guy who sold to a guy, and that guy became a 6A, but he moved faster than you. All his points count towards, well, it depends actually. All his points that are within your 8 points count towards your 100, but if you didn't make a direct sale, you still have not moved past 3A, okay? So if you're still a 3A because you haven't made that direct, then he's a 6A and you're a 3A. Okay, same deal with the 2A. You could be qualified. Let's say if the 6A's sales qualifies you for a 6A, but you haven't made that direct sale. Yeah, exactly, Joey. So you're like a 3A with 99 sales, you know, or a 2A with 99 sales. Okay. Also, not all 99 could be under you because sales that are over the 8 points, over your 8 points, don't count towards your 99. Okay, so if the 6A's points are outside of your 8 points total, it's not going to count towards your total. So let's say once he moves up the rank and once he's like a 4A or 5A, and those sales are not within your 8 points, then out of his 100, let's say maybe only half of them could count towards your 100. Okay, so by the time he's 6A, you might not have 99. You might only have like 50. Okay, depending on how many of this guy's sales were within your 8 points. Okay. Hope you got that. Okay, next one, a 3 agent who has a 1A under him, a 1A under him, and a 1A under him. That 1A makes a sale. Okay, that 1A makes a sale. How many points is this 3A gonna get? Chime in the chat. How many points will this 3A get when this 1A? Okay, we got a couple of 3s coming in. You guys are correct. You'll get all 3 because remember, there's still 5 points left over. Okay, so you're going to get all 3 points. Okay, moving forward. Now you got 21 sales. You're a 4A. Now you're in 1,140. Okay, and it branches out. Okay, next quiz. You have 2 direct sales and 38 total team sales. What rank are you? You have 2 direct sales and 38 total team sales. What rank are you? Okay, we're got a couple 1s starting to come in, a couple 2s. Okay, a couple more 1s. And the 1s got it correct. It's a 1A. Okay, because remember, it's only 2 direct sales. You have not opened up that 3rd direct sale. Okay, you could be a 6A with 3 direct sales. Okay, but as long as you don't have only 2 direct sales, you've not moved out of the 1A position, even with 38 team sales. Okay, 10 direct sales. Guy number 2 has 10 direct sales and 20 total team sales. What is your rank? 10 direct sales, 20 total team sales. 10 direct sales, 20 total team sales. What is my rank? What is my rank? We got a lot of 3s coming in. And we got 1, 2A. Elias, you are right. Because it's 10 direct, you have not gotten the 11th. So the 11th opens up your 3A lane. Okay, so yeah, you're still a 2A. Tricked you guys. The middle ones are the are the tricky ones. Okay, next one. 11 direct sales and 21 total team sales. What is the rank? 11 direct sales, 21 total team sales. What is that rank? 11 direct, 21 total team. We're getting a couple 3s, a couple 4s. Okay. Okay, we got a couple 3s and a couple 4s. You know what? This is actually a little bit of a tricky one because 11 direct sales would be a 3A, right? But you have 21 total team sales. If your 11th direct sale was that 21st sale, then you would have been a 4A. So that's a tricky one, actually. Actually, you got me. I got myself with that one. It could be a 3A or a 4A. So now he's asking, when did he make his 11th direct sale? Yeah, exactly. So if he made the 11th direct sale on his 21st, they would have been a 4A. Okay, cool. I should have made that a 20, then I would have had myself clear from that one. Okay, good one, good one. All right. 5A is 1425. Okay. And it branches off. Okay, here's the next quiz. Gosh, I didn't realize how long it would take us to get to 6A. Okay, you're a 5A. Who's finding it? I'm glad you're finding it fun, Nelly. I'm finding it fun too, actually. Hey, Yamara, what's up, brother? I didn't even see you on there because I only see 4 people here.
What's up, guys?
What's up, my man? All right, here's Sophia back there. Okay, you're a 5A. with a 1A underneath you and a 3A underneath him. That 3A makes a sale. How many points do you collect? Okay. That 3A makes a sale, and you're a 5A. How many points are you going to collect? Okay. We got 4 from Norman, 4 from Brennan. Anyone else want to chime in? Got a couple more 4s. Okay, you guys are correct. You're a 5A, but you only get 4 points. Okay, because remember, they're collecting 4, and there's still 4 left over, but you're a 5A, so you're not going to get all 5. You're only going to get that 4. Okay, you're a 5A, and a 6A underneath you, and that 6A makes a sale. How many points are you going to collect? You're a 6A guy, makes a sale. Okay, we got some 0s, we got some 2s. Got some 0s. Okay, it looks like it's half and half, 2s and 0s. The 2s got it right. Okay, 2s got it correct. Remember, 8 points total, so he's going to collect 6, which leaves 2 left over for you. Alrighty, yeah, that's another tricky. I save the tricky ones for the middle ones. You got to think twice as hard for the middle ones. Okay, so we got a 5A. On the last guy is a 5A with a 1A and a 1A and a 6A underneath them. That 6A makes a sale. What do you get left over? How many points are you going to earn? Okay, looks like most of them are 0s coming in. You guys are correct because they're collecting all 8 points. He gets 6, he gets 1, he gets 1. That leaves nothing left over for you. All righty. Okay, now you're at the 6A rank. You're in that 1710. Okay. Now let's do these. Okay. There's a tricky one over here. All right. You're a 6A. You get a 1A and a 3A and a 1A. And that 1A makes a sale. How many points do you guys collect? And we're working with SD501s over here. Okay, we got 3s coming in. Alrighty, you guys are correct. We got 3 because we got 5 taken up, which leaves 3 left over. So you're a 6A, but you're collecting 3 points on the sale from that guy. Okay. 6A with a 6A underneath, with a 4A under him and a 2A under him. And that guy makes a sale. How many points do you earn? How many points do you earn with a 6A and a 4A and a 2A underneath? Okay. Answers coming in. You guys are correct. And I'm glad you guys also pointed out, Denise and Brennan, that you still get $200 though for the 501. You get the educational bonus now because you're a 6A. Okay, so you're not getting 285, but you do get 200 as this the 6A. Oh man, I just stumped myself right there. It's not 200 in this scenario. I think Norman sees it. Why? Okay, why is it not 200? Wait, I gotta unmute you, Norman. Or unmute yourself. Oh, there you go. Why is it not 200, Norman?
It would have to be under the 8th level down from you to get to 200. Is that not correct?
Well, this is under the 8th level, and it's also down for me. But what prevents me from collecting 200?
The reason the top 6A doesn't collect the 200 is because the 6A underneath it. That's why.
Yes, exactly. We're going to get into that in the educational allowance. So they pay a total of 3 6As. So this 6A blocked me from collecting the 200, so I get 50. So he's going to get the 200. Well, actually, not in this scenario because 4, 5, 6, he gets 2 points. But the sales below him that are out of his 8 points, he will collect 200, and I will collect 50 in that scenario. Okay. Actually, this is now making me think. This is making me think because it's within his 8 points, but it's outside of my 8 points. So so he doesn't get $200 because he still gets a point.
Yeah, Jay, I was actually just thinking the same thing. So in that scenario, because the first 6A is still within the 8 points, I think that top 6A still gets the bonus. I think it's only 1 6.
Oh yeah. The top 6A still gets the 200.
The top 6A still gets 200 in this scenario because the first 6A is still within the 8 points.
Yeah, he's still within the 8 points. So I'm the only 6A out of the 8 points. So yeah, exactly. So
now, for the scenario where, let's say, both of these 6As were out of the 8 points, only the first one would get the educational.
Correct. So actually, Brennan and Denise is correct from the very beginning. Good job, guys. Good job, Denise. Good job, Brennan. Okay, 6A with a 1A and a 1A and a 1A. That bottom 1A makes a sale. How many points does the 6A get? That 1A makes a sale. We're getting 3s. We're getting 5s. Brennan changed to a 5. Good, good change, Brennan. It is the 5 because they take up the 3, which leaves 5 left over from the total of 8, which means you as a 6A will get 5 points. Okay, so that's the educational allowance. Actually, now we're going to the educational allowance. So let me explain this right here. The award will be paid, so that $200 bonus gets paid out to, let me just read it. The award will be paid only on sales that come under any 6As below the 8 points. In other words, this award will not be paid if a 6A receives any 8-point commission. So exactly what Chris was saying, that 6A, in that scenario, the 2 6As, the bottom 6A still collected a point, so he gets no educational allowance, which means the top one still gets the full 200. Okay? They pay up to 3 levels of 6As. So the closest one out of the 8 points gets the 200. The one 6A above him gets 50. The 6A above him gets 50. If there's another 6A above him, 4 levels deep of 6As, the 4th one gets cut off. No educational allowance for him. Okay? Just on that leg, on all the other legs, you still get the educational allowance. It's only the 6As that starts to cut you off. Okay, the amount of this award is different with each unit. I'll show you how much you get with the different units. If products are paid by Enagic Finance, the award will be paid after the Enagic financing is paid off. Okay, so those are the terms for that educational allowance. Okay, the qualifications. Okay, this is the amounts that you get for the different machines. This slide is a couple years old. We even have the old DX2 on there. So we got to get the updated figures for these because we also got the junior, which just got discontinued. But this slide is actually so old that we don't even have a K8 on here. But I believe that K8 is the same as SC501. It's $200 for every machine. The junior, the R is 55. The junior is 115. So I would imagine the junior 4 is going to be a little bit more than that. If you're not in SP, you don't get the full 200. You get 170. And then the second level gets 50. The third level gets 50. With the juniors, 25. I don't know if the junior 4 is also 25 or they're going to make it a little bit more, maybe 30. And the R's are 30. Alrighty, Super 501's 55. If you want to screenshot this, you could grab this so you know how much you get for whatever's sold outside of your 8 points. Alrighty. Next bonus is the title incentive bonus. So going up to 6A, you might ask yourself, why would you want your guys to move up in rank if you're going to get cut out on points if they start moving up to 6A and above, right? Because you want as many people as you can to get to 6A and above, because that's when you start hitting these bonus ranks. That's when you get to 6A2, -2, -3. You only get there by producing 6As, okay? You're going to get paid on all your other lines, but you want to produce as many 6As as possible, because that's how you get to the upper ranks and you get to these big bonuses. Okay, so you got title incentive. Remember the $3,000, $6,000, $12,000, going up to $200,000 bonus. When you hit 6A, you must have 10 sales within your 8 points on the month you become a 6A. That's how you qualify for this title incentive. So if you don't have those 10 sales on the month you become a 6A, you'll miss out on this bonus, okay? So that's where you're going to work. You want to work with your team to make sure you only have those 10. By that time, it's not that hard to have 10 sales within your 8 points, because by the time you're 6A, you have a whole team underneath you that's producing sales, and you don't have to have 10 direct sales. It's 10 within your 8 points. So when your team is making those sales, they're all going to count towards your total 10, which will qualify you for that $3,000 bonus. Okay, so let's say, for example, you become a 6A at you're a 6A and there's 3 days left to the month and you only have 5 indirect sales. You might not want to process that sale as a 6A because you want to get that bonus, right? So in that scenario, the sale that has to go in now, you might want to process it at a lower rank, at a 5A. You know, so that's why the benefit of processing at a lower rank. That's another reason why you might want to do that. Okay, and you might want to try again next month to hit the 10 sales within your 8 points and then qualify for that month rather than the month before. Okay. Now, these upper ranks, to get this title incentive bonus, in order to achieve it, even if the 25 and the 50, the only person that needs to qualify the 10 sales is the 1-6A that's going to qualify all the other ranks in order for you to hit these upper ranks. Okay. You guys will understand it better when I get into the upper ranks and I explain how that happens, because once you become, let's say, a -4, even a -5, you could be being held up by one single 5A or lower in your rank that's holding up your rank. Okay, I'll explain a situation where that actually happened in the past. Okay, but first let's go into what's called the 6A Group Sales Awards. Okay, this applies especially to you, Chris. You just became a 6A. So pay attention to this, because once you become a 6A, you get a 6-month window to make a lot more money in the next 6 months. Okay, so the 6A Group Sales Award, I'll show you how you get these qualify for this. So the 6A Group Sales Award, you get a special bonus every month for the next 6 months. Okay, so let's say in that month, on the month 2 after you become a 6A, if you have 2 direct sales and 5 to 9 total group sales, on that second month, you'll get an extra $1,000 check. Okay, or in this scenario, you had 0 direct sales on the month after you became a 6A, but you have 5 to 9 group sales. You'll get an extra $250. Okay. Let's use this example. Let's say on month 3 from becoming a 6A, you have 3 direct sales that month, and you have 15 to 19 total team sales or group sales, you'll get an extra $2,500 check that month, an extra $2,500. Okay. Okay, so that's how it works. And you have a 6-month window to collect anywhere from $200 to $4,000. Okay, so so for you, Chris, you're in July now. So take a screenshot of this chart right here, because depending on how many team sales you have and how many direct sales you have, you could get an additional check right here. Okay, so just calculate how many direct sales you made this month, Chris, and how many the team is making under you within this month, and then you could expect one of these checks over here. Okay, for the next 6 months. So right now you qualified in May. This is your 2nd month. Okay, and you got 4 more months after that to collect some of these. So keep pushing the team, Chris, and keep working on your direct sales, because you could get an extra $4,000 check, extra $3,000 check, extra $2,000 check, extra $500, $750. Okay, so that's only for the 6 months after you become a 6A. Okay, moving to the next bonus, the global profit share bonus. Okay, that's once you become a -3, that's the $5,000 a month. That's the $10,000 a month. That's a $15,000 a month, and the $20,000 a month adds to -6. That's called the global profit share bonus. Okay, the global profit share bonus, and also the monthly and quarterly. Okay, once you become a 6A2, okay, a 6A2. Actually, maybe I'm moving too far ahead. We're gonna come back to this global profit share in a second, right? A 6A2 is when you have 2 6As on 2 separate legs. You get a monthly and quarterly, right? Bonus. Then the -2, you also get a monthly and quarterly, and then -3, you start to get this global profit share. Okay, the monthly and the quarterly and this global profit share have qualifiers for them. So you've probably seen me say in the demo that 5,000 is the medium. You could get a little bit more, as much as 7,000, a little bit less, up to 3,500. Okay, we're gonna go more into depth on what those qualifiers for that, and the qualifiers for your monthly and quarterly bonuses as well. Okay, here. Okay, it's called evaluation. Okay, now this is like really like far ahead stuff. I just want you guys to just know a little bit. I would say 80% of distributors don't even know what this is, because like you don't even need this until you're a -3 and above. But basically, -3 and above are the only ones that really know this. They're the only reasons that have a need to know this. Okay, but it's just good information for you guys to know. So, in order to collect your monthly and quarterlies, the evaluation is a kind of 100% percentile in order to collect those full monthly, quarterly, and the global profit share. Okay, that 100% is divided into these 7 sections right here. Global profit share is 40% of the full 100%, and then the other evaluations is 60% split into 6 different sections. Okay, and how they evaluate how much of your monthly, let's say your monthly and your quarterly, of your monthly bonus or your monthly or quarterly bonus, to get 100% of your monthly bonus, you have to satisfy these 6 sections right here. Okay, and these, if you collect 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, then you get that 100% of your monthly bonus. Okay, if it's a little bit less, then it'll be your monthly. You'll get maybe 90% of your monthly bonus. You can actually get more. 11. If you get more than 10 points, you can actually get more than what the regular monthly bonus is. And what they look at for the valuation is, which actually these qualifications automatically qualify themselves. Like this one right here. The first qualification, they look at this month compared to the same month of last year. Okay, they say, okay, did the volume this month compared to the same month last year go up? Okay, then you get 100 points. Is it really high? Okay, then you get more than 10. You might get the 11, 12, depending on whatever their kind of their criteria, their threshold is. Okay, the next thing they look at is this month compared to last month. Okay, we're in July compared to August. Did it go up? Then okay, you get 100% of these 10 points. Okay, 8-point sales for the month. Okay, this one for a lot of leaders. For a lot of leaders, this is probably one of the most difficult. These two are probably the most difficult for a lot of the leaders that are more in the maintenance, or that are more doing coaching, helping the teams, because they're not going out making their own direct sales. Okay, these are the two, I guess, most difficult for a lot of leaders to qualify for, because a lot of their volume is below their 8 points, right? So even if you don't qualify, it's still a small percentage of the total 100%. So let's say if your monthly check as a -4 is 100 grand, you might lose 10 grand from this right here if you don't collect it. This is super easy to qualify because one direct sale is already 9 points. And then if you have multiple direct sales, then you get 10 points. So this is super easy. Some guys, if it's 100 grand, they'll just, and they don't want to work that month, they'll just buy a machine. And they'll spend $2,000 on a level up car to collect, let's say $10,000 is what they would lose if they don't get those 10 points. Okay. Group sales for the month. Again, it's another threshold of your total volume. If it looks like it's growing, you get the full 10 points. Financing defaults. Okay. So how many people go into Magic Finance and how much of them are in default? Okay. If you have an overly high amount of defaults, you're going to lose those 10 points. So that'll be like another 10 grand out of the total 100 grand you would get if, let's say, you're a -5 collecting 100 grand a month in your bonuses. Okay, just for the easy math. Okay, global profit share, that 5,000. Let's say that 5,000 a month. It could be a little bit more. That's this last 40 points. How you obtain the full 40 points, I'm still not 100% clear. I mean, it goes by volume, but I don't know what the criteria of that volume is to collect the full 40. But you can collect the full 40, you're going to get 5,000. If it's especially high, you could get more of the 40 and you could collect 6,000 or 7,000. If it's not that high and the team's not moving that fast or big below you, you might get less than that 40. So that's why you might not get the full 5,000. It might be a little less. It might be 3,500, you know? So depending on how much of those 40 points that you qualify for. All right. But don't get your head too into this. I just want to share that really quick with you guys. You're not going to need to know that one, but just know that these are actually pretty easy to qualify for. All the leaders qualify for this magically. Like, it just happens, you know. It's just the nature of the growth of your business. When you reach these upper ranks, you're at the tipping point and it's just growing. Okay, which automatically qualifies most of these. All righty. Okay, here's an example of 6A2s. Okay, remember, to become a 6A2, you need 2 6As on 2 separate legs. Okay, so example number 1 over here, you are a 6A2 because you got a 6A on this leg and a 6A on this leg. Example number 2, you are a 6A because you're a 6A over here and you have a 6A on another leg, even though it's not your direct. Okay, to become a 6A2, you need 2 6As on 2 separate legs. It doesn't matter how deep they are, though. Okay, so that 6A could be below your 8 points, but you're still a 6A2 because they're on 2 separate legs. Okay, so scenario 2, you're still a 6A2. Scenario 3, yes, you are still a 6A2 because even though you got two 6As over here and a 6A over here, there's still two separate legs, so you're a 6A2. Okay, scenario 4 over here, you are a 6A2, okay, because they're in two separate legs, but you're a 6A2 with one 6A2 underneath you, okay? So in order for this to move up, this 6A right here only needs one more 6A, then this guy could get promoted right here, okay? So you're a 6A2 with a 6A2 underneath you and a 6A on one leg, okay? Examples of who's not a 6A2. You're a 6A and you got four 6As underneath you, but they're all stacked and they're all on one leg. You're still a 6A. You're not qualified for a 6A2. Oh, you know, I haven't had the chat open for a while. Let me just make sure you guys have any questions over here. Okay, good. We're good. All right, so you're not a 6A2 yet. Scenario number 2. You're a 6A2. You're a 6A. And you have a 6A2 underneath you with two 6As. You are still not a 6A2. Even if you have a 6A2 underneath you, you are not a 6A2 because this 6A2 is on one leg, okay? You still need one 6A on a separate leg for you to go 6A2, okay? So that's how, like, the people underneath you could surpass you, okay? So we all have the ability to surpass my dad if we work hard enough, okay? So you can surpass the people that that brought you in, okay? It's all about working hard and being dedicated and building your business and treating it like a business, okay? It's the person who works hard is the one who makes all the money in this business. All righty, so you don't have any sleepy uplines that's doing nothing and just collecting money because Mr. Oshiro made this compensation plan to be extremely fair. All righty, so that's what's so beautiful about this business. Alrighty, so 6A2s have, 2-2s have two 6A2s underneath them. Okay, let me show you what that looks like. All right, so you see this over here. This 6A2-2 has two 6A2s, which have two 6As. Okay, and that's what makes you a -2. Okay. Now the -3, where you get 25,000 and 5,000 a month. She has, this -3 has two -2s underneath them. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so the -3 has two -2s, means if this person's -2, that means they have two 6A2s. If these two guys are 6A2s, that means they got two 6As underneath them. Okay, let me explain earlier how I told you how you could get hung up by one 6A. Okay, by one 6A. Let's say this guy right here is still a 5A, right? This guy right here is a 5A, which means you're not a -3 yet, right? Because you have a -2 over here, but over here, this guy's still a 6A2 because this guy is still a 6A because this guy is still a 5A, or it was this guy. So he's a 5A, which means he's a 6A, which means he's only a 6A2, which is holding up your -3. So in that scenario, what do you think you would do? You'd give this guy a ring and be like, okay, what do you need? Because we need to get you to 6A, right? And then this guy would do that too, and this guy would do that too, okay? Everybody would probably be hounding this guy every single day to make some sales to finish up his 5A leg to get to 6A, because this guy could be holding up this entire line from getting promoted, okay? And that's happened in the past. Oh, actually, that's actually happened in the past, where I think it was my dad's 5A promotion, where his 5A was being held up by Cynthia's 4A, which was being held up by Eli Daffish's, not 5A. His -6 is being held up. That -5 is being held up by Cynthia's -4, being held up by Eli's -3, which is being held up by Bob Godelli's -2, which is being held up by a 6A all the way down the line. You know, so, and I think that 6A needed like 8 or 9 sales. So and I think he started to slow down. So I think what all the uplines did was actually they all bought they bought those machines to fulfill that final 6A position down the line for the 6A2 to get his 6A2 rank, so that the -2 could get his -2 rank, so that the -3 could get his -3 rank, so that the -4 could get his -4 rank, so my dad could get his -5 rank. Okay, so so that could happen. Okay, and that's why it's so important to keep an eye on your organization to know where the weak parts of your organization are that you're going to have to kind of put a little effort in to kind of give them a little bit of a boost. Okay, so that you can hit those ranks. Okay, going back to Norman, your question about multiple accounts. Elias, you got a question?
So yeah, so you mentioned that they made purchases, but could you also pass that person a client so they would occupy it too? Like, let's just say that happened to me, but I had my upsells, but I would just give my upsells to him to promote him.
Yeah, you could do that too. Yep.
Okay.
So whichever works better for you, case by case scenario, that's what you do. You know, you just work it out. You work it out. You work it out yourself. What works best for you and works best for your uplines. Alrighty. Additional benefit. Also, we have the enroller program now too, which helps aids in doing that. You know, so if you want to put a direct sale under your upline, under your downlines, but you still want to get your SP qualification status, that's what enroller is for. So you could still put the sale on the upline, but you'll still get your qualification for SP status by enrolling it to yourself. Okay, so that's an added benefit. So that was so awesome when Enagic added that to the program, the enroller. Okay, so going back to Norman's question about multiple accounts. Why are multiple accounts beneficial? Is for this scenario. Okay, so your -3, to hit the -3, you want your best guy to be a -2, and then your other best guy to be another -2. But with multiple accounts, you could make this -2 yourself. Okay, so you're a -3, and you could be a -3 with a -2. Okay, and then when this becomes a -3, this becomes -4. Now you're a -3 and you're a -4. Okay, there are pros and cons to this, and it really depends on who you speak to. There's pros because you can get here quicker. You could get to these upper ranks quicker. But according to Cynthia Briganti, she said that you actually lose out on money when you do it that way because of the different qualifiers, you know. For example, she said that Eli is losing out about $30,000 a month. I mean, he's making so much money that $30,000 is actually small compared to what he is. But he would have been making $30,000 more if he did not do that. And that's actually really. Even my dad doesn't even understand that, and even the leader, like a lot of leaders, don't even understand how that works. Actually, I think it's only Cynthia that really understands how that works, supposedly, you know. But a lot of leaders do this, where they have the multiple accounts and they get to these upper ranks quicker. Denise is asking, what is SP status? SP status is distributorship status, where you get the full commission. So there's what do you call it? Qualification requirements for collecting overrides, okay, which goes by your statuses. You have what's called SP status, and then D1 status, D0 status, and FAO status, okay? SP status means you collect full commission off of all of your overrides. Your overrides are your team sales that are beneath you, okay? So SP status, to stay SP status, you need a direct sale, one direct sale every 3 months to have the full SP status, or you have to be on UConn. Okay, UConn qualifies you automatically. Okay, if you're not on UConn and you don't have a direct sale in your first 3 months, you move down to what's called D1 status. So D1 status means on all of your overrides, not the sales, not your direct sales, the sales that your team members make, you're gonna lose an SP point, okay? Because you're not SP, so you lose an SP point, which is called a special point, which is for the sale of 501 is $50 per point, okay? So if you're a D1, you're gonna lose $50 per point on any sales that your downlines make until you make a direct sale. Once you make a direct sale, then the clock gets reset. You're back in SP status, okay? And then you got another 3 months to make a direct sale until you get back to D1 status, okay? Now, your D1 status, up until if you don't make a direct sale in 6 months, within 6 months, then you get lowered to D0 status. D0 status means on your downline sales, you're only going to get 50% on your downline sales until you make a direct sale. Once you make a direct sale, you go back up to SP status, and then you have 3 months again before you go back down to D1 status, and then you have another 6 months before you go back to D0. Now you're in D0 status, where you get 50% on your downlines team until 2 years. So you have 2 years to make a direct sale before you drop down to the next status, which is FAO, okay? So if you don't make a direct sale in 2 years, then you're at FAO status, which means you're gonna get 0 commissions from your downline sales until you make a direct sale again, which brings you back up to SP status, okay? The way to eliminate all that is to just be on UConn, okay? So if you don't have a team like right now, Denise, you're a 2A. You don't have to worry until the 2 guys underneath you, the 3 guys underneath you start making sales. You don't have to worry about the SP status. Because you're not losing out on any of the sales that they're not making yet, right? So once you make a direct sale, you're back up to SP status. Okay, Denise. So until you have a team producing underneath you, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, but once you do have a team and they're making sales underneath you, and you want to make sure you're not losing out on any dollars. Make sure you just have a sale within 3 months or within 6 months even. You know, even if you lose an SP point, that's not a lot. Just make sure you don't go below D1, because then you're losing 50%, which you don't want to do, especially if the team's moving fast. Okay, so if that's the case and the team's moving fast, just buy an UConn. The UConn is about $180 a month. But if your teams are making sales and they're producing more than $180 a month, it's worth it to get the UConn, right? Because if your team's making you a couple hundred or a couple thousand a month, then the $180 doesn't really matter. So yeah, so like me and Nelly, we have a couple of UConns. because we also have a couple more. We have multiple accounts. The multiple accounts have multiple people in them making sales, so we just get an UConn for those different accounts. Okay. For those that don't know, UConn is our supplement. The supplements that we have, they're turmeric supplements. Do I have any over here? Yeah, they're turmeric supplements. Let me just grab them really quick. They're right behind me.
Yeah, it's a pretty good supplement, guys.
This is UConn. They're made of turmeric, super healthy for you. I take like 1 million of these because they're natural, you know, so you can take as many as you want. But this works like the compensation plan for this is more like a traditional network marketing because they're auto ship, right? We get about one of these boxes every 4 months, and we pay a monthly fee to get them coming in. Okay, so that's why they keep qualifying you. So just get to UConn. All righty. Let me move forward. We're almost done over here. I know we kept this a little bit longer. Okay, quiz. Okay, 682-4. I'm going to tell you which dot. You tell me what is their rank. 682-4. What is the rank of this purple dot right here? This purple guy right here, what is his rank? Okay, remember this guy sold to these two guys, and this guy sold to these two guys, and this guy sold to these two guys. What is this purple guy's rank right here? Elias, I think you're saying 682. Is that what you're saying is 682?
Yes.
All righty. Anyone else want to chime in? What is this purple guy's rank over here? He's a -4. He sold to these two guys, and this guy sold to these two guys. Okay. All right. Okay, I'll just give it to you guys. This guy is a -2. So Nelly, you got it correct. He's a 682-2. Okay, because remember, he's a -4, which means he's got two -3s, which means this -3 has two -2s. Okay, so if these purple guys are -2s, what are these yellow guys down here? What are these yellow guys down here? If these guys are -2s, in order to become a -2, you need these two guys over here. In order to become a -2, you need these two guys over here. Okay, we got 6A, 6A, 6As. Okay, actually, if this guy's a -2, these yellow guys are 6A2s. Okay, because remember, to get to -2, you need two 6A2s. Okay, you know, I might have just been going really fast. That's why we get, to be a -3, you need two -2s. Okay, to be a -4, you need two -3s. To be a -5, you need two -4s. Okay, and to be -6, you need two -5s. Okay, so yeah, so these yellow guys over here are 6A2s because two 6A2s will make a -2. Two -2s will make a -3. Two -3s will make a -4. Okay, so that's how you get to the upper ranks. All righty. Okay, let me get to our last quiz over here. Now, this rank over here, I know there's a weird slide, but this rank over here, this 6A has 5 6As underneath them. This rank right here, what rank would you say this guy is? This purple guy right here with these 5 6As over here. Put the rank over there. What rank would you say this purple guy is over here? Ryan says 6A2. Joey says 6A2. Okay, just for time's sake, I'm going to tell you guys, This guy is a 6A5. 6A5. Okay? Why? Because he's got 5 frontline 6As. So he's got 5 6As on different legs. Okay? 5 6As on different legs makes you a 6A5. Okay? That's the first number after the A. Okay? Now, you see the second rank. This rank is called a 6A12-2. Okay? What's a 6A12? Remember, 6A5 is how many 6As you have on separate legs. That means a 6A12 means you have 12 6As on separate legs. So you got 12 separate legs, which all have a 6A underneath them. Okay? So if you see in this scenario, this is 12 6As wide. But guess what? 2 of those guys are not 6As. 2 of them are 6A2s because they got 2 6As. Okay? So what does that mean? Out of those 12, 2 of them are 6A2s. That makes him a -2. So that's why this rank is 6A12-2. So that's how you get a 6A12-2. Okay? I'll use my dad's rank. My dad's rank is a 6A12-6. Okay? So how does that look? That means let's say these 2 guys are not 6A2s. These 2 guys are -5s. Out of all the 12 6As that he has on his 12 different legs, 2 of them are at least -5. Okay? He actually has a couple others because he's got the 2 that makes him -6, but he's got another one over here, which is also a -4 or -5. No, I think it's a -5. Canada, which is Balaz's upline, I believe is a -5. Yeah. So he actually has 3 -5 legs. Okay, but he only needs 2 to become a -6. Okay, so even if you have 3 -5s, even if you have 4 separate -5 legs, you would still be a -6. Or let's say you have 4 6A2 legs on separate legs, you would still be a -2. That doesn't make you higher than a -2. Okay, so that's where these numbers come from. The first number after the A, the 6A12, shows how wide your organization is. The dash shows how deep your organization is. Okay, so 6A12-6 is super wide and super deep. Okay, so that's it there. Okay, I think this is the last test right over here, guys. Thanks for bearing with me for this this compensation plan. I didn't think it would be this long. But, okay, let's take a look at this over here. What is this guy's rank, this purple guy's rank? He's got these 3 6As over here, and 2 of the 6As got these 2 6As over here. What is this purple guy's rank over here? Pop it in the chat. What is this guy's rank over here? He's got 3 6As, and 2 of them got 1 6A under there. Let's see. Denise says 6A3-2. Okay, Imran got a 6A3. All righty. Let's get a couple more. It's the last one, so I'll wait a little bit longer. Another 6A3, 6A3. Okay, 6A3. Got 6A3s popping in. Yes, this guy is a 6A3. Okay. Why is that? Because these 2 6As are not 6A2s yet. They only have 1 6A. Okay, once he gets another 6A, he's a 6A2. Once this guy gets another 6A, he's a 6A2, which will make him a 6A2-3. I mean, 6A3-2. Okay, I know these numbers are confusing, but Yeah. So 6A3 right now, when these guys get promoted, he will be a 6A 3-2. Alrighty? Okay. Last test over here. Test number 2. What is this guy's rank? Okay, this is a tricky one. All right. He's got 3 6As on 3 separate legs, but 2 of them have 2 6As. And this guy also have 2 6As, and this guy also have 2 6As. What is this guy's rank? Okay. Yaron says 3-2. He says 3-2. 3-2. Okay, we're getting a couple 3-2s. Let's see what this guy is right there. Good job, guys. 3-2. Alrighty. 3-2. Why? Because this 6A is actually a 6A2 because he's fulfilled his 2 6As, and this guy also fulfilled 2 6As. So he's a -2. Okay? But this guy does not this guy over here is also a 6A2, but this guy is not, so he cannot move up yet. Same thing with this guy. He cannot move up in rank until this guy moves up. Alrighty, 6A3-2. Okay. Oh man, I got one more test for you guys. I forgot this one was here. All right, this is the last test, I believe. Okay, this guy's rank. What is this guy's rank over here? I gotta do the math myself. Okay. What is this guy's rank? This purple guy on test number 3. Drop his rank on there. What do you guys? Mine says 6A3. Norman says 6A3. Norman Tanisa. Nice says 6A3. You guys are correct. That is also a 6A3. Okay? Good job. Because none of these guys got promoted after that. Alrighty? Now, test number 4. And I believe this is the last one. What is this guy's rank over here? Alrighty. Okay. I got it. Got it in my head. I had to think about it myself. Okay, we're getting some -2s here. We're getting some -2s. We got a -3. More -2s. Okay, let's take a look. The -2s are correct. Okay, why is it -2? This guy's -3 is actually being held up by this guy right here. Okay, because this guy needs to be a 6A2. So right here we have 3 6A2s. It takes 4 6A2s to become a -3. But we have 3. We got this guy who's a 6A2. We got this guy who's a 6A2. And we got this guy who's a 6A2. Okay, but this guy is only a 6A. He still needs one more leg. So whoever this guy's 3A, 4A, 5A, whoever that is holding up this line over here. So everybody over here would come together to help out this guy's one distributor, whoever's the closest one to 6A, so that he could get to -3. You know, that's how it works. All right, so that's how you move up to the upper ranks. And we are done with this compensation plan training. Awesome. Let me get out of this share. Wow, this is the longest training that we've had so far, but I mean, absolutely important stuff for you guys to learn. I mean, there is so much more. And to tell you the truth, guys, wait, am I still on my screen shares? Let me stop my share so I can see you guys. Tell you the truth, there are even more bonuses. There's more bonuses and more ways to make money in this company than what we just went through. Like you can't possibly go through, like there are other bonuses that my parents don't even know about that they just get checks. They get checks from. You know, I think there's probably at least another 4 or 5 different bonuses that we didn't even cover. You know, that we just get extra money when it happens, you know, which is really awesome. That's what I love about this company is that they don't give you any fancy trips, fancy cars, anything like that. They just give you cold hard cash, and you do whatever you want with it. Joey, you got a question? Joey Jacobs. I got to be more clear about that one. Let me unmute you. Oh, no. Oh, that might be your lowered hand that I never put back down. Okay, cool.
I got a question, Jay.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Elias.
I remember you said about some guy in the company is losing out 30,000. Is it because the purchases he made aren't people who are replicating purchases? Could that be the anomaly?
No. The anomaly, if I understand correctly, because even like, my dad was trying to explain the best way. Like he understood it wasn't 100%. But so there is for like your total volume. There's a multiplier number. Let's say in your total volume, say you're selling 150 501s a month, right? And out of those 100 SD 501s, there's a multiplier number that you'll get for that monthly bonus. Let's say 100 501s times $20 for every 501 in your whole organization, right? That's what you would get for your monthly. Now, for the people that catch up to your rank, you get a smaller multiplier. So let's say if you have 100 501s, instead of 20, you'd get 16 per machine for all the 501s that are being produced under that person's leg, right? So, so because it's not being multiplied by 20, it's being multiplied by 16, it would be a smaller number, right? In a situation where and not wide, that multiplier number would be smaller. Okay, if you're always building wide, then the multiplier would be higher.
I gotcha.
Also,
Okay.
at the same time, so that's a pro. But at the same time, if you're always building wide and not focusing deep, it'll take you longer to get to those ranks to even get those bonuses.
Yeah.
So there's a pro and con to both. Like if you're only focusing wide, who knows how long it'll take you to grow, get those dashes and grow in depth. Like focus on both. That's what I say, and just like let it happen. You know, focus wide and focus deep. You know, so don't be too hung up on any one. Don't be too focused on building deep, and don't be too focused on building wide. You got to have a balance. You know, if you do that, I mean, the money is just gonna happen the way it happens. You know, so yeah. So I hope that explains it. Just know by the time if you're losing that much money, it means you're making a whole lot more. You know, so don't be hung up on the little that you're losing, because you're making a lot more than that.
Can't wait to get there.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Alrighty, guys. So I hope you guys learned a lot at this compensation plan training. This is a long time coming. I've never really gotten this depth into our comp plan with people. But I'm glad that we have this, so that you guys could watch it on the replays down the road. Alrighty, guys. So thank you guys so much. Let me unmute you guys. Next week, we are going to be picking the brain from seven-figure earner Romy Videra again. So have your questions ready. Anything that you ask him, we're just gonna be picking his brain and just getting as much knowledge as we can from him. Alrighty. So just think about whatever you want to ask him. He'll be answering a whole lot of questions and just be delivering a whole lot of other value for us next Tuesday. Alrighty, guys.
Thanks, my love. Great
Thank
training.
you.
Have a great night. Let me unmute you all. So
Later, guys.
good night.
Nice,
Bye.
nice job.
Bye,
Thank you. God bless.
everyone.
Great training. Thank you so
Nice
much.
job.
God bless you guys. Have
Thank
a great
you.
night. And I'll see you again at the next webinar. Later.
All right. Later.